What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another epic tournament video today. Today we will be matching up the illustrious houses of Norvos and Pentos, two of the great houses of Essos, facing off to determine who will move on to the next phase of the tournament. Let's jump right into it. Alright boys, here we go. The great battle commences. On the desert plains, we have the great axemen of Norvos, the great bears of the east, running forward, ready to drive their axes into the great royal houses of Pentos. The Pentoshi spears looking very, very juicy over here. Big long spears, they got their flags, very nice looking loadouts, throwing weapons. This is not the sort of force you want to face head on. Having said that, the great armies of Norvos might be able to break through sheerly with shock tactics, seeing as how they're all heavy axemen. Over here on the flank we have the great Lord Illyrio. Much more beefy than he was in the show, obviously, but still, he leads his men from a distance over here, not wishing to get caught up in the absolute slaughterfest that will occur here. Alright, we're getting a bit of a frame drop. This happens sometimes when you've got 1,000+ soldiers on the battlefield. Well, I mean, we've got 2,000 on the battlefield currently. Alright, look at these beefy boys running up, ready to clash with the enemy. The army of these guys. Oh, here they go. They're swinging in. The Pentoshi versus the Norvoshi. Seeing one mega spear throw over there. Definitely missed its target, but it was thrown with good intentions. Ouch! That man just got an arrow to the spear to the arm, and he is down. He's like, oh god, please, no. No, a spear to the arm. That dude back there just copped a spear to the face, and he's still standing. Look, well, into the shoulder. This man here, he can take a spear. This other guy, not a chance, man, not a chance. And it's looking very even so far. The forces of Pentos holding a very solid shield wall, while the enemy shock axemen try to absolutely bust their way through at any point in the flank. There is a lot of bulk here in the center. From both sides, really. But obviously, the tightly packed formation of these boys here is allowing them to lock up their shield wall and hold very effectively. Let's go check out the far flank, where it looks like if the Norvoshi can break through, they might be able to get a good wraparound onto the forces of Pentos, absolutely negating their shield wall. Where did that spear come from? Oh, there is a dude up here that's just taking his shots, man. Look at this beautiful, beautiful man. Ah, he's just... Oh, no, he doesn't even want to throw it. He's just hanging out, bro. Sorry about that, boys. We were just grabbing a quick screenshot for the thumbnail. I do love my big line battles. Oh, but it looks like the opposite has happened that we expected. Looks like it is, in fact, the people of Pentos. Pentoshi spears have actually opened up the center and are now starting to fold in on the enemy axemen. Have these guys made any progress on this flank? Not really. They're kind of getting held back here. And we are starting to see Norvoshi soldiers fleeing as they realize their flanks are being folded on them. Men slowly beginning to lose heart, trying to flee for their lives, hoping that Illyrio of Pentos will be merciful to them. Yet his soldiers show no such mercy. This man, holding his ground to the last, gets hacked to bits. His brethren seeing it flee for their lives. Except this one brave soldier, who has fought to the last and will die. A warrior. And that looks like a first round victory to the forces of Pentos, boys. Alrighty. I reckon we should move on to the cavalry round. Let's go. Alright boys, here we are in the cavalry round. We have the great bearded priests of Norvos facing off against the magistrate's guard of Pentos. Both some very beefy tier 7 cavalry. No idea how this will go. Let's see how the first clash goes for each side. Oh, here we go. Alright. Now if the men of Pentos win this initial engagement, then the Norvoshi will have lost this round of the tournament. That will knock them out of the tournament. That's a very small horse compared to everyone else's horse. Just looking at that. Dude's riding a mule. Anyway, whereas if they can win, it'll be all down to the archery battle. The great derp fest that happens every time we do an archery battle is absolutely my favourite part of these videos. It doesn't make sense, it's an absolute fustercluck, and yeah, I'm just as excited to see it as you guys are. Well, there is javies clearly being thrown. Men going in for their charge. I think the like glaives that the Norvoshi soldiers have could give them an edge in close quarters combat. But when it comes to an actual charge, I think they lose out because of the lances that the Pentoshi cavalry have. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. This could be a rough one. It's a poor dismounted Pentoshi soldier. He's probably going to get ridden down. He's like, no, look, horse. Oh, nope, you don't want to get on the horse? You're going for this horse. You can do it, buddy. There was one next to you. He's like, I'm going to join the charge with Illyrio. There's Illyrio over here, just doing his thing. Avoiding the fight altogether and riding to high ground for safety. Whoop. Alright, let's go over here to the middle of the combat, where it does seem like the soldiers of Norvos are losing. I honestly thought this might have gone the other way, just with the glaives in close range. I think the glaive wins against the spear, but they're also getting blocked up on each other and they're just not getting full swings in. A lot of damage going out, but it's not quite enough to rout or kill the enemy units. The enemies have reformed, now charging the rear of the Norvoshi cavalry. This brave warrior marches back in. The great bearded priest. He fears not this massive horde of cav in front of him. He has made it his task to die and block them up in the process. Get a good view of all these inting geniuses. That's it, buddy. You can do it. Oh, no. The army of Norvos has broken. They still had about 60-70 soldiers and they broke. Well, looks like the morale of the Norvoshi Grand Priests is absolutely terrible. Alright, let's move on to the archery round, guys. I know, Pentos already won, but I like seeing the derpiness. We'll get right into it. Let's go. Alright, everybody, welcome to the third and final round. I stand with the soldiers of Norvos. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing like a nameless character, and I'm going to ride in and commit seppuku so that we can watch the battle freely. Mostly because this gives us the ability to fast forward. Oh, look at me, riding into a hail of fire like a badass. Ah! Dead. Alright, get us out of there. Now, we have the elite archers of the houses of Pentos against the master archers of Norvos. Now, looking at the stats on this, the Norvoshi archers should be stronger. However, their strategy here of running directly into the enemy's face probably isn't the best one. They're skirmishing, which is great, but the enemy's just charging them, so it's not really optimal. They have made the front line of the enemy drop their bows, though, so they can get some returning fire in here. They also have a much wider formation, which we've seen not work very well so far in this tournament. The smart play would be to have a wide formation, but in most cases it just doesn't work out. Getting a lot of big damage down, though. the army of Pentos is down to almost half their men, about 500 against 800. So even if they do get to carve out the center line, the soldiers of Norvos might just be able to absolutely punish their flank as they push in here. And this archer is just going ham. He just dropped like 6 enemies with his little friggin' mace, man. That is nuts. Dude does not care. These boys back here trying to provide cover for their friends. Oh, and he gets headshotted by the superior archery of the Norvoshi Empire. Well, there you have it. The House of Pentos is definitely the superior eastern power, unless it comes to archery, in which case their forces kinda suck. Simple matter of only having 2 types of archers as opposed to the 4 variants, like the 4 ranks that the Norvoshi have. Well guys, let's head over to the tournament screen. Alright everybody, here we are on the tournament screen. Now I don't really have flags for these guys yet, still working on that. So we're going to be moving the armies of Pentos forward. The Pentoshi have advanced to show that they are more powerful than Norvos. The next round we'll have will be Qohor versus Sarnor, which I will release tomorrow. I did miss a few days of recording there, guys. Just my daughter sprained her ankle, and I've just been trying to take care of her and make sure she's good. She's only 4, for context. It's not like she's 13, sprained it, and can just sit down and, you know, play video games all day and not really be worried. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe if you're new here, like the video, drop a comment to help with the algorithm. Bye for now, not forever.